Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your weekly reading for August 11th to the 17th. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. Taurus, things have been a little bit bonkers, and you know it. You got some. You went through some things with your ruler Venus squaring Saturn and Neptune. That was the first weekend of August, and then we have Mars opposite Saturn. That was the second weekend. So thankfully, you're past the two most challenging aspects of August. Now, I dropped these forecasts a few days before the actual week begins. Some of y'all may be approaching that bonkers weekend, August 8th to the 10th, with a full moon in Aquarius. All right. And remember, Mars is now in Libra. And there, look at your monthly forecast. I explained everything that's happening. Okay. We have that grand air trine, but Mars will be opposite Saturn as well. And that, can be a little bit challenging. It's a two malefic planet, so you may be feeling a little bit of that over the weekend, happening with a full moon. So just remember, look at what's waiting for you on the other side. It is a luckiest week with the luckiest aspect. It's so nice. It's so sweet. We love what's happening here. And I do want to thank you for being patient with me. Last week was the first week after 3 years of me launching this channel where I was not able to do your weekly forecasts. And I'm calling it the Uranus on my ascendant vortex. And I've had some moments, all right? I'm experiencing what a lot of y'all went through when Uranus was in your sign. But, I'm a Gemini rising, so it's right on my ascendant. And so it has been bonkers. I'm actually filming this while Mercury's retrograde too, so bear with me if anything should happen. Uranus came from my mind. It came from my body. I'm still in physical therapy. If I'll leave the last live stream that I did and then in this video, but a lot of y'all may know that Ruby, my dog, also in physical therapy. It's just been kind of bonkers. Uranus came after my computer. I had to get a new computer, but then I found out because the mic was a little off. I found out, so I had to buy a new computer. Then I found out it was actually the mic that was a problem. So I ended up spending a lot of money on a new computer that I didn't need. Now I'm just figuring out, when is this going to end? I love this Mercury retrograde. Anyway, here's the thing. Thank you again. And I did those videos with, some astrologer friends. I hope you get to see it. We isolate Venus square Saturn and Neptune. Venus is your ruler. So remember, you may have really felt that. And then again, Mars opposite Saturn and Neptune. Some of y'all may be moving into it if you're watching this before the week begins. And I'll leave those in the description box at the end of the video because they're playing out a storyline. You're still going to be feeling it. But I do want to thank you again for all your kind comments as I've been going through some experiences. Now, but I am happy to be back, and I did miss you, Taurus. So here's the thing. You are still in Leo season, right? The sun is in Leo, Mercury's retrograde in Leo. There's still a lot happening with the home and family for you, Taurus, okay? The domestic sector, your domestic sector. And you see Mercury's going direct. We're going to talk about that. But I really want to highlight that Leo story, yeah? Mercury went into Leo in June. It's been here for a while. And Mercury's going to go direct, but it's going to still stay in Leo. And so remember, pay attention to what's happening this month. Where do you want to be? Take that inspired action for where you want to be by February 2026. Yeah. And I've been telling you that for months because this Leo Aquarius story is just going to be going on for a long time. As you may know, I think I told you in your August forecast, your monthly forecast, the North Node is moving into Aquarius. South Node is moving into Leo. When we get to February, that's when we have the major Saturn-Neptune conjunction at the 0 degree point in Aries. That's never happened in modern human history. It is the Great Reset. We also have the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius that month and the corresponding full moon in Leo. That, remember, we just had that new moon in Leo. So that hits your home sector, home, family. A lot of y'all are moving. All right. Also, career. It's your 10th house, career, fame. Some of y'all are changing, are having major career changes with this full moon in Aquarius. It does impact your 10th house, which is very public facing. All right. And definitely something with career. I would even say with partnerships as well, because remember, Pluto's there in Aquarius and natively rules your 7th house, which is your opposite sign. partnerships, relationships, contracts. There could be something ending. There could be a turning point. And the reason why that's really amplified is because Mars is in Libra now. Libra rules partnerships and relationships. And the third reason for you, Taurus, and only you, is Juno is very active this week. Juno is Libra's asteroid. Juno is Jupiter's wife, Zeus's wife, and she is all about truth, justice, and the balance of power and equality in partnerships and relationships and contracts and marriage and legal matters. So that's going to be a big highlight for you this week because Juno, Venus, your ruler, and the North Node are really active. They're very activated. So what does that mean? There's some major destined moments for you this week, okay? With relationships, love, with contracts, with karma, and again, one of the best weeks. This is the luckiest week of the month. Now, and with the full moon in Aquarius, yeah, you can expect you're going through change. You're going through radical change, and a lot of you are going to feel it gradually. But again, full moon in Aquarius, new moon in Leo. We're paying attention to your domestic sector, home, and career. Those are big focuses for you, and even bigger when we get to February 2026. Okay? Part of the prism portal. And so you're feeling this karmic energy. You're feeling very stimulated. The reason why I'm really harping on career for you, Taurus, is even if you're not here for career, if you are here for anything else but, the 10th house is still your reputation. It's what you want to be known for. So wherever you're exerting that energy, but Mars in Libra, that is your 6th house of work and daily activities. And so career, profession, work, all of that's really highlighted for you right now. You're really feeling that it's cranked up because Mars in Libra trining Pluto in Aquarius. That's your 6th house of work, 10th house of career. Now, Monday, we have Saturn, sextile Uranus. This is major, and I really want you to pay attention here. This is going to be, as you know, it is a rare aspect. And it's very fiery, all right? And it's at 1 degree, the degree of new beginnings, of initiation. And you have Saturn in your 12th house. You have Uranus in your 2nd. And so when you throw Uranus in the mix on top of all this career stuff, Uranus in your 2nd house is money, is finances, is salary. You're going through change. You're going to feel all this change, but this is a sextile. It's a window of opportunity to help you thrive and prosper all month. Remember, this is an aspect that's going to happen for years, but there's peaks. Welcome to the first peak. It's right here. This perfection, I told you in your monthly forecast, we have not seen since 1996. Think about what happened in your life. I was sitting in the stands watching a track and field event at the Atlanta Olympics. 96. Yeah, that's where I'm from. So, and I really do pay attention to 1996. What happened just throughout that year, right? Because Venus did square Saturn in Aries at that time. All right? There is something there, maybe testing you spiritually, something with travel, book publishing, no? Maybe even broadcasting, education, going back to school, or graduating. 1996 was a big year for you, Taurus. All right. Now, remember, Saturn, sextile Uranus is part of the prism portal, that rare minor grand trine that we've never experienced in modern human history. Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries, okay, at the apex, which is at 1 degree. So it's strong, and it's sextile Uranus and Gemini, Pluto and Aquarius, and they're trining. There's their pyramid. And so that is pushing you in this new direction, this new era, this new world, this new you. You're going through change, Taurus. You're going through so much change. A lot of it's very spiritual, but remember, Saturn is retrograde. So this is you going within, developing your inner wisdom. It's your 12th house. It's very spiritual. A lot of healing energy. Your intuition amplified. Did I even tell you Chiron is moving into your sign next year? You're going through some great change, but structured change. That's what Saturn is bringing, and breakthroughs. And it's Saturn and Neptune. You may be going through some moments of like, is this even real? What's going on? That's for you to create your reality, to make your dreams reality. And so use this right now to change everything. These new traditions in your life, that's what these aspects are asking of you. I've been saying, out with the old, in with the new. You're going to go through this complete revolution. All these changes are happening in your life, and that's going to pick up in August, September. We have eclipses. Things are changing, all right? And Uranus is just helping you break free, okay, of the mind, seeing things in new ways, being your authentic self, and a lot of money. Finances, it's your second house. If you're not here for money, self-worth, things that you value, things that your heart desires, okay? You're going to have those breakthroughs by being your authentic self. That's what Uranus wants, okay? The great news, the moon will conjunct the North Node this day as well. Very spiritual, very intuitive energy. But the North Node in Pisces is your 11th house of your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, dreams. Oh, just wait until we get to the end of the week when the moon is in your sign. You got a week. You got an amazing week. But Tuesday, August 12th, what? This is Venus conjuncting Jupiter in Cancer at 14 degrees. So this is rare. It happens once a year, and it's our annual gift from the universe, right? So I talked about this in length in your monthly forecast. It's the two benefics getting together, merging their energies, giving you this gift. Yeah? But I'm going to tell you two things that I didn't say in your monthly forecast. One, yeah, we had no Jupiter aspects last month. And 12 years ago, when we were supposed to have Jupiter conjunct Venus in Cancer, we didn't. So what I want you to do is I want you to think about 2001 to 2003. That's the last time we had this, okay? What happened in your life when it came to home, family, as well as launching a business or selling goods or travel or things in your local community, connecting there, and siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors, as well as just communication, signing contracts. There should have been some big major thing that was amazing. Venus is your ruler, all right? Now, this is what makes this so bonkers. Two things. Jupiter natively rules your 11th, so it's already pulling in your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals, dreams, networking, your network, your social network, benefactors, allies. You're going to be meeting people. New people are coming into your life. It's destined with the North Node in Pisces, okay, which Jupiter traditionally rules. So what's happening is that you have a whole year. Think of this as a seeding point. You have a whole year of something really amazing that's about to happen in your life, okay? But in August 2026, we have this aspect again until 2027. So it's 2 years long that you get this blessing in terms of all that third house activity that I just mentioned. It does seem like a lot of y'all are going to be doing something new, brand new. That's a third house, brand new in terms of communication, PR, advertising, marketing, writing projects, writing a book, starting a business, doing something that's social, doing something that is on social media. It is your third house, doing something in your local community. It's big. It's really big because it's part of your hopes and wishes and dreams. And it's making you very social. And so this is a 2-year manifestation, and it's the only conjunction in August. Now, if you think that's already amazing, bonkers, I'm going to tell you something. We normally talk about the fixed stars, asteroids, planetoids, and the second spread. I just got to tell you this. This is a triple conjunction with Venus, Jupiter, and Sirius all aligning at 14 degrees. Sirius, fixed star, right? Brightest star in our night sky, the dog star, the star of wealth and success. Okay? This is big. And fame, even. Fame. And remember, you already have that alignment with Pluto and Aquarius in your 10th house of fame. And then remember all this Leo energy bringing a sense of fame and being noticed and recognized. So you're already good, Taurus. You're already good. All right? A lot of spiritual growth here. It's like a triple jackpot. You have Venus and Jupiter. That's love. That's relationships, creative projects, abundance, good fortune, expansion, wisdom, blessings. This conjunctions are already strong. And Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. That's why we like a conjunction with Jupiter in Cancer, because Jupiter does its best here for you. This is prosperity. This is lucky breaks. Again, a lot of home and family stuff. A lot of you are signing leases, are you buying places, property matters, something with your family and finances. Again, Venus is love and money. Wealth with Jupiter, that's profit and expansion. With Sirius, which I just said represents wealth. That's serious wealth. This is heaven on earth. You've got Uranus and Gemini in your second house of money and finances. I mean, like you got a week. And if you are here for love, it's still Venus. This is, again, seeding point. Yeah. You better go out there. If there's any sign, I mean, this is just you, Taurus. It's just you, your third house. If there's any sign who's got a huge, huge window for doing something new, for launching something new, bringing something new into their life. Oh, again, 2 years here, 2 years of that abundance and luck. Wow. And there's also sensuality, there's luxury, there's pleasure, there's opulence. It's a special, it's so special that we get to experience this. Okay. So please use this. Please use this. You're going to see things either on the day of, day before, days after, a week after. Again, seeding point, every Taurus is different. You have different birth charts. You're all going to feel it differently. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for rising, your moon, for your sister, your mom, your neighbor, cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn are going to feel this the most. And to be honest, Venus is your ruler. I would throw you in here too. All right. Now, if you have any planets, if you know your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have any planets in any of the signs that I just mentioned between 12 to 16 degrees, you feel it the most. Now, on the same day, see, Mercury goes direct. And so all those slowdowns, all those delays that you were experiencing in technology and travel, but also home and family, though things that have to do with home and family, significant other, parents, children, all of that, real estate, even your roots, you're waiting for your, I don't know, DNA, whatever it is. Now you're ready. The things are happening now. Mercury's direct. All right. And this is happening at 4 degrees, and Mercury's going to just kind of stagger here for a little bit. Why is that significant? Because I want you to think about December 19th to the 25th last year when Mars went retrograde in Leo at 4 degrees. Maybe think of April 28th to the 30th when Mars went direct in Leo at 4 degrees. Because what's happening here, back then, Mars couldn't deliver anything that you wanted around that time. Mercury's picking up that vibration at that 4 degree. And it's all about this stability, that foundation. That's what 4 is. And 4 is the Cancer degree. Yeah. On the same day, come on. You can't make that up. There's something being built, this foundation for you. And even if you want to go back to like Pythagoras days, yeah, 4 was the order of the universe. Okay. And so all this energy, this Venus conjunct Jupiter that's happening in Cancer. Remember, the moon rules Cancer. And there's 4 phases of the moon. You're going to see things happen. You're going to see things happen in a really big way. Because again, the moon's going to get into your side. Now, Tuesday, Wednesday, moon's going to be in Aries. I like Wednesday, the sun trining the moon. That's very optimistic, very spirited, very entrepreneurial. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it. All right. And so I really love this for you. It's in your 12th house. So again, very spiritual, you just may have just pay attention to your dreams, first of all, but also you may have some moments that are like eye-opening for you around this time, and you're going to feel fired up, very entrepreneurial, like I said, and pioneering. And again, Juno is going to be trining the North Node pretty much all week, and especially the first 3 days. So remember, Juno trining the North Node in Scorpio, right? Juno's in Scorpio, your opposite sign, trining the North Node in Pisces in your 11th. So there's something here this week that's destined for you. Because the North Node, Venus will trine the North Node too. I'll talk about that in a second. But something destined with partnerships, relationships, contracts, especially with Venus conjunct Jupiter and Cancer in your 3rd, of like agreements and signing things. Anyway, Thursday, August 14th, you see Mercury sextile Mars in Libra. Whoa, this is big. All right, 4 degrees. And this, like I said, your monthly forecast is rare. When it happens, maybe once a year, right? It's so fleeting. It's brief. Yeah. These are fast planets. And that's why I said when Mercury goes direct, buckle up like a bullet train, because Mercury being just sticking at that 4-degree point and then whoosh, right? So you're going to feel this on August 14th, and it's going to perfect again next week on the 18th, meaning this aspect, which you feel for like a day, 2 days, you're going to feel for 10 days. It's a long window of opportunity. Big. So again, a lot of stuff that has to do with your daily activities, health matters, work, as well as home. Okay? You're going to be, and this is this is fire and air like you've never seen. And this is really exciting. Mercury is Hermes, the messenger. All right? You're going to be getting messages. You're going to be communicating. You may be announcing something. This is you also being very sharp and quick and clever, and a lot of focus on love and creative projects. Your authentic self shining bright. Big focus on marriage and partnerships and contracts. Exchanging vows of love and negotiations, writing projects, pitching things, flirting, networking, being persuasive. This is Mercury sextile Mars. You have a huge window here, and you're probably going to be funny. FYI. It's very quick. It's like a lot of comedians actually have this. Now, who's going to feel this the most? Will it be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all the air signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, all the fire signs, if you're a cross watcher, right? If you have any planets between 2 to 6 degrees in any of those signs in your natal chart, the most. Okay? Now, Friday, August 15th. Wow. You got Venus in Cancer trining the North Node in Pisces, but that's not it. Remember last month when Venus squared the nodes? Well, Venus felt bad. All right? And now she's giving you this huge gift where it's a nodal channel. Let's just leave it, keep it light. Because she's going to be trining the North Node, but also sextile the South Node at 18 degrees. But on Friday, the moon will be in your sign. So, I don't know if you know this, Taurus, but the moon's exalted in your sign. Meaning, Jupiter, that's exalted in Cancer, is going to sextile the moon exalted in your sign. And Venus being your ruler, this also means Venus will sextile the moon exalted in your sign. You're good already. That's a mutual reception here. Again, this is the North Node. There's some fated event. There's something big here in terms of your future hopes, wishes, dreams, social network, social media, your support system, all of that. Friends, allies, benefactors. But with Venus and Cancer in your third, there's some big things happening, okay? You may be launching something. You may be traveling somewhere really exciting. You may be doing something with family. You may be, again, signing something. It's a big thing, but communication is really big here. Doing some marketing, but writing as well. I really love what's happening. All right, so, and you see I got a bigger whiteboard, by the way. Oh, yes, and we'll be launching this week, okay? Target date. Because Mercury's retrograde, I don't want to give it an actual date, but yeah. All right. So, but I will. I'm doing a live stream on the weekend. If you're, it'll be on the full moon, August 9th, August 10th, one of those days, and I'll walk you through the site. It's fine. I'm so excited. It's been a Mercury retrograde, Uranus and Gemini moment for me. But let's talk about you, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you. Okay, for August 11th. To the 17th. Taurus. And you do have, and remember, Venus, Juno, and the North Node just activated so strongly this week. Oh my goodness. You are going to have some fated events, a lot of karmic energy. It is literally the best week. Coming after those challenging aspects. Anyway, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview. And if we need to pull clarifiers, Taurus, you know that we will. Secondly, I love y'all. Let's do this. I gotta set the thing here. Look at this computer that I gotta send back. Okay, Wow. Taurus. All right. Okay. I get this. I get it. I get what's happening here. Look at what's going on. Very interesting. Yeah. Look, you got the moon. Not surprised. Again, that full moon is going to be really strong, but immediately after the moon is going to move into Pisces and conjunct the North Node in your 11th house. Why is that a big deal? Because you're having a full moon in Aquarius, right? Aquarius is the native ruler of the 11th house. So you're already thinking a lot about your future, especially when it comes to career or how you want to be perceived or your road to fame. Yeah. And again, fame can be global or it can be, like Robert Pattinson style, or it can be just like within your local neighborhood, or even like just being known as a, super mom in your gated community in Orlando, whatever you want, wherever you're putting that energy. But there's a lot going on. Saturn, Neptune conjuncting in your 12th house. Yeah, that's going to do some things where it's, again, don't doubt yourself. Trust your intuition. It's the moon. Yeah. Anything that's going on up here, we're just like, too much over analyzing or being, very sensitive. Again, your subconscious is going to be really active, and it has been. And so release them. Remember, out with the old, in with the new. And I know it's not always so easy. It's easier said than done. But when you have this portal of the full moon, it's a good time. It's a good time. All right. So any behaviors, patterns, anything that you're just like, okay, this has got to hit the road. Let's do it now. Do it now. All right. Work with that energy. There is a sense of like any introspection that you do. Honestly, for y'all, it could be just really, really deep in terms of like even doing some soul searching. It's going to be a very illuminative time for you. But when you do that, wow, you got the Emperor in the heart of your spread. Very interesting because there's a sense of empowerment here that you're going to feel all week. Now, the Emperor is the Emperor. He is, when I say Saturn in Aries, Saturn, Neptune conjuncting in Aries, when I told you earlier that's mastery of self, the Emperor is Aries. This is all about someone who has mastered who he is. He's confident. Yeah? He's got the world in his hand. He's sitting in that throne. He's got long white beard for that wisdom, that red cloak for passion and power. You see the armor he's wearing? Two things. A, he's an emperor. He's invincible. Yeah. Secondly, he's the ruler of the land. He takes care of his people. Yeah. You're in that role. You're becoming a bigger role model. And it's like you'll do anything for your family, your loved ones. You're seeing that this week. All right? Hold on to that energy. He's literally the author of his story. He's the ruler of his destiny. And I told you this is a very fated, destined events happening this week. You create your reality. 6 of Swords in your challenge area. 2 things here. 1, there's something here where there's some up here. Okay. It's almost like, what is it called? Forgive and forget. That's coming through, that energy of that. It's almost like you're holding on to something. And because you have that Emperor energy in the heart of your spread, he can be really, really hard about this. When it is a week all about compromise, it's all about relationships. It's all about love, right? So have that moment. What has got to go? What's up here? These swords that are in the boat, what do you have to leave back on shore? Swords are up here. Yeah. Secondly, it does seem like you're coming out of something. Okay. So it seems like there's, for a lot of y'all, all right, because there's that sense of empowerment that's bringing it out when you use that energy. Yeah. When you even see the towers here, when you're breaking them down up here. Right. Amazing. All right. So you see the potential. And then that 6 of Cups in your crown, that's exactly what you want. That sense of letting your hair down. The 6 of Cups is very sweet. It's very nostalgic. A lot of y'all may have your nostalgic moments. Nostalgia is proven to improve well-being. Yeah. It's also just when I talk about home and family, and loved ones. That's everything in this card. Partnerships, relationships, everything in this card for you. This is the biggest house in tarot, indicating comfort, security, protection. And so there is this almost like this idea with what you're going for that you know is going to happen. You've got the star. What did I say? Pay attention to that Aquarius full moon and that Aquarius story that's unraveling for you, because the star is attributed to Aquarius. You're good. You're absolutely good. You have that self-belief and that sense of confidence, okay? And this is healing, and this is wisdom, and this is knowledge, and this is just feeling free, not shackled, just, you know what's possible, you know what's real, you're merging it all together, anchored by that Emperor in the heart of your spread. But then you get to that Eight of Swords, okay? There's going to be something here. It's in your future. There's going to be a little bit of a test, and you're going to have to face that test. And it starts with being open with yourself and being ready to, and not even just ready, but just taking on anything that you know that it's time I take this on, okay? Up here, okay? Upstairs. It's a sword suit. It does seem like there may be a little bit of aggressive energy that could be coming out on your side, where it's almost like not you, right? With that Six of Cups and that star. And so just be mindful of that, because it does feel like there could be someone provoking you in some way. Well, or there could even be something circumstantial that's making you feel a little bit, oh, was I, too confident, or was I being... Don't doubt yourself. As long as you're trusting your intuition and you're doing everything for the greater good as your authentic self, you're going to be fine. This card, we also call the self-victim card. And when you got Saturn and Neptune and Aries in your 12th house, the lower expression of the 12th house is self-sabotage and not facing your fears, even hidden enemies. Yeah. Things that you have to face. And she refuses because but her feet are free. It's you taking that time, knowing that you can. So there, again, maybe something here. Everything's aligning for you. Everything's sweet. Everything looks good. But there is this connection. More like a disconnect with your subconscious and your physical mind. Let's merge the two. Things have to come out and you have to process it. Okay? Let's get to your stuff, Taurus. Taurus, and I'll clarify the Eight of Swords for you too. Taurus, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. You're seeing it. I told you when you got Uranus on your ascendant, you're going to see me change. Well, not really, but anyway, I love y'all. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I think I just said that. Mercury retrograde. Thank you. I love y'all. All right, let's see there's something here. Something here. It does. That's a lot of swords. Okay, so let's talk about this. Queen of Wands, great, amazing. That's what I'm talking about. She is so confident, so charming, so alluring, so regal. People love her. She can walk into a room, get anything she wants, okay? Like Robert Pattinson. He's a Taurus, that's why I'm bringing him up. That's you. You've got to believe it, okay? It's part of your dreams and all this healing that you're doing. And trust me, you're going to do a lot more healing next week, okay? With Chiron being very active. But you got the Nine of Swords. So you got the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords in your external factors area. It looks like there may be something here where, to be honest, it can be something where Mars in Libra, I've already talked about this. It's not the best place for Mars. Libra's all about peace and harmony because it's Venus ruled just like you, yeah? And Mars is a little bit more, yeah? So... you do all the math here with all these swords. It feels like there's a conversation that needs to be had, or a conversation that was had that wasn't handled the right way. It can be avoided because you're moving into this week. But it does feel like we need to see eye to eye, and there can be something ending here. All right. And in this situation, it does feel like somebody is going to be impacted Okay? To the point where they're losing sleep. And it may be you, but I'm not getting that feeling. I'm getting more of like, am I in a place where I'm coming on too strong? But don't doubt yourself. As long as you're trusting your intuition, you're on a karmic journey, okay? You're in touch with your higher self. This is just really strong when it's surrounded by this, all right? Now, amazing. You got that 10 of Pentacles. So you can see there's a little bit. 10 of Pentacles is like, it's success, it's prosperity, it's serious. Pentacles raining from the heavens. And so there is a lot of family energy, home energy that's coming up here. Yeah, he's the dad of tarot too, by the way. And the moon is very feminine, divine feminine, right? Luna, goddess of the moon. So a lot of mother, father, a lot of family energy, a lot of, children. You see, it's all over here. But yeah, that 7 of Wands. Very interesting. If you're a cross watcher, 7 of Wands has been coming up a lot. Now, again, a nod and a wink to family. Why? Because this is the third decan of Leo. It's Leo card. And remember, Leo rules your 4th house of home and family in your domestic sector. And there's something here where it's like, I'm not backing down. But you can see there's these wands coming after him. So even though he's the victor, just like the emperor, he's the victor. It's still like, is there something that you're not letting someone in? Is there something where there's a little bit of conflict with another person here? Battle of ego, even. That Leo energy I talked about can be pride and ego. Yeah. And so just keep that in mind. It just feels like there may be something here that it's a little... It's like, let's open our lines of communication. Mercury is retrograde still for the first half of the week, right? Until Tuesday. And you've got this amazing window. It is this is an amazing week. All right. I'll pull some clarifiers. I'm going to look at that 8 of Swords in your future. Let's see what's going on there. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. We're going to look at that 9 of Swords in your external factors area. Yep. Hierophant. Let's look at the 7 of Wands in your final outcome. There you go. 3 of Swords. All right. So look at this. Yeah. It's when you're trapped up here, when you're not facing things that you need to face, where you're not facing your reality, right? That's what she's doing. Remember, I said it's a self-victim card, but I'm getting a feeling of just, there's someone that's trying to take away your power. It's a power struggle. It's an ego thing. And it's something like with Mercury sextile Mars, again, that can be very strong. All right. The Hierophant, that's you. All right. It's attributed to Taurus. Coming out of this, it's almost like this is saying there needs to be this divine intervention. There needs to be something here. There could be a mediator that's involved, but there's something here where, again, let's look at the brighter side of things. There's something spiritually calling, if that makes sense. Okay. And so there may be someone involved here, like a mediator, someone with a lot of power and, just clout, even spiritual leader right here. But it's you. And there is a sense of like organizing things, structuring things. He is like a bridge maker himself. And then look, you got that 3 of Swords. You keep pushing people away. What's going to happen? Yeah. And so again, it doesn't have to be, you got your work, career, profession, family, friendships, networks, health matters. So like a doctor, therapist, whatever, all of that really active this week, and hidden enemies as well in your 12th house. So it could be anyone is what I'm saying. Every Taurus is different. Okay. You got that 3 of Swords attributed to Saturn and Libra. It's a Libra card. Yeah. So again, something here with partnerships, relationships, but it can be a colleague, employee, boss, intern. It's a lot of work energy. All right. Like the workplace, but relationships for sure. But you see that Page of Pentacles, a Hierophant. So it's like, again, once there's that compromise, once there's that, like, okay, we can move forward. I've accepted these things. I'm not holding on to grudges. I'm not going to come back in a forceful way. I'm not going to like be my way or the highway in a week where it's all about compromise. Because when you're expending your energy there, everything that's happening with the Venus conjunct Jupiter, everything that like that, you got that Page of Pentacles. That's something rooting up for you in this amazing way, this new thing that I told you about. And it's pentacles, it's money, it's wealth. I told you that's a big fake for you. But it's also maybe a new job. Maybe you start your business. That's a Page of Pentacles. It's double earth. It's very like something rooting up in your life. And pentacles are your physical reality. It can be a relationship, whatever it is. But we need to put our energy there. I'm going to look at the Three of Swords. All right. Yeah, you're going to be with that Six of Pentacles. Everything's, again, someone who's very supportive, someone who has this gift of like inspiring others, taking inspired action, spreading that spiritual wealth. Okay. So again, maybe a mediator here is again with he's got the scale in his hand, that balance, that harmony, all this Libra energy with Mars and Libra can be strong. So it just looks like there may be an ending with something. Okay. And someone may not handle it well. It might be even you going back to like, oh no, what did I do? But it's honestly, this is the most bonkers spread because it's almost, again, my way or the highway can be really strong. You do you, trust your intuition. Yeah. Don't let anyone take away your power, but it is a week of compromise. And you see that here. There's so much harmony here. And this cordial. Yeah, I mean, like, how many? You got did you get all the sixes? You got the Six of Pentacles. You got the Six of Cups. You got the Six of Swords. So the sixes and the pip cards, by the way, in the sixes, everything's harmonized. It's harmony, right? But in the sixes, there's multiple people. So it's your relationship with other people and that sense of protection. You see, there's always one figure in the sixes where you see towering over the others here, right? So someone being that protector. And it just seems like we need to get to that point. Yeah. Where we can be in a place where we feel supported. We're supporting others. We're all on the same level, all about compromise, but that's the support. If you're seeking support, it's there, after that Three of Swords. And it could be you, it could be something that happened here that, to be honest, got you out of a situation. It's what you needed. And that put you here because the Six of Pentacles is your card, another Taurus card. And we call him the young Hierophant. They have the same hand gesture, okay? Blessings. So it could be you receiving those blessings once we figure this out, all right? But you still got some great things happening. You got that. You still a great spread, but it just seems like there may be some sort of, we need to compromise. Now, second spread. Whoa, and remember, fated events this week, okay? Moon is going to be in your sign. We got the moon conjuncting the North Node in Pisces. But the bigger thing is, we're going to talk about the second spread, okay? Juno is very active. You can see Juno at play here, all right? Remember, she's working in your favor in terms of contracts, relationships, love, marriage, things like that. Let me see what else is going on. Well, yeah, there could be something here with second marriage as well as third marriage with the North Node and Pisces or third. There's a lot. There's something here with the courts as well, legal matters. So just letting you know. Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Really good and legendary members. We have so much fun. And next week, yeah, a lot of Chiron energy, a lot of Chiron, okay? And we move into Virgo season, and we immediately have that new moon in Virgo, which is the best thing for you. It's amazing. It's your 5th house, which is pleasure and family, children, true love, romance, creative projects. I'll see you next week, Taurus. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.